How is this thing cute? I love how, if this is what I think this is, I love how the least expected thing in this game is the thing that would be the most expected thing in any other RPG. A final boss. Is it? I don't fucking know. I've been playing this game for months and I have no idea how close to the end I am. Approach the insect first, get close to it. Boy, I'm excited. Okay. Well, I've had a lot of questionable ideas over the hours of this game, and this next one is certainly one of them. Hello, Mr.
The creature
Phasmid.
stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It
Stop
is no
moving.
more than 5 steps away from you.
It's like, it's scary because it's so alien, but it's also like graceful and majestic. I don't know. I like that it's both things.
The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something that's not there.
Suggestion. After you letting me down in the dream, you expect me to believe that you know how to suggest a path forward for a fucking cryptid? I don't know about you, Suggestion. I don't know about you.
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
Cool.
The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Hey, the pheromone on thick. Hell yeah. If you're gonna lay it on, that's the way to do it. I forget how my corpse will be marked by stars, and I'm glad that it will be. I'll just listen carefully. That's the...
Insulindian phasmid?
He finishes your sentence and Wait, how do you know about the phasm?
Everybody does. It's the fucking Insulindian phasmid.
I guess this is what I get for hanging around with Kim for so long. Do you have a camera or something?
Yeah. I don't have a camera. That sucks about Kuno.
Kuno can't believe how lame he is without the camera right now. Should have stolen one. A real cop would have one.
It's okay, Kuno. I understand.
He not as much as glances at the gigantic insect to his right. Nor does it look at him. Its antennae take their measure of the air, slowly, searching for something. You.
I mean, I guess I could still fail this, but... let's approach carefully.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness.
That's good.
Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals.
That's good.
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Do I talk to it? I feel like English is useless. So I'm just gonna raise my hand slowly. You know, it probably has observed humans for a long time, but still, I have to presume it has no idea what sounds coming out of my mouth means, but slow movements could be fine.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you.
Every time it bends down like that, I'm like, don't eat me, Mr. Phasmid.
Suddenly, there is silence.
Okay.
No, stop. Be afraid.
Fuck you, Half-Light. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm gonna raise the other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you. Shifting around in the reeds around it, in the muddy water, you notice some of its hind legs apparently standing on the water from time to time. It's that light.
Well, I'm not about to leave, so I guess now is the time to try that English I was talking about. Hello. I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Let's continue the parade of questionable decisions, shall we? Stand on the tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
I'm glad I'm close enough to discern the color of different bubbles. Ugh.
The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Not everybody's gonna pass that check. Kuno. It's foaming.
Whoa! Maybe it's poison? Fucking hell!
The kid watches you apprehensively.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
Is that good?
Letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
I don't think it's either good nor bad. I think it's just doing things.
Apricot blossoms, white blossoms erupting, a sensation like cold hands on your face.
+1 knows of parthenogenesis. What in the fuck? Apricot. White flowers. These things keep coming up over and over again. Alright. Inland Empire. What do we got?
I exist.
I get to hear it? Is this the voice? Is this the voice? I exist
Tell
too.
me what it's like for you.
I'm ill, as in fucking dope, bro. Well, you know, based on the conversation about being in hell that I just had with our suspect over there, fire. Burning.
Fire? Where?
Inside.
I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a one palm.
I like how I'm freaked out by this after many, many hours of talking to a necktie.
Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon. By what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms, all speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding.
Huh. So it's getting information about the world that I can't totally understand. I feel like I can relate.
I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never burn.
What the fuck is happening to me right now is an excellent question. The end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so that it only feels like something. Me. I'm gonna go with number 2, strangely hopeful. I'm glad to be me. An incredibly sensitive instrument.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation. Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
I did, in fact, compress my shit. It was very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you.
What an interesting idea.
And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral. in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Don't worry, I won't eat you, but when others eat you, I promise it is out of reverence.
In honor of your shit, Lieutenant Defraiteur, which you kept together in the face of total unrelenting terror, day after day, second by second.
You know what, Volition? For all the weird bullshit that's happened in the past 7 days of this game, even though there have been imperfect decisions made and shit has gone off the rails, that much is true. That much is true. Yes, Inland Empire.
Arriving. On the scene.
That's so cool. I like the way they did that. Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Kuno sees it too, and Kuno's right the fuck there. I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
That too. I was born to detect you. No. The killer.
He's in a bad state. Deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration.
Oh, I have so many questions about this Phasmid. First of all, it is now obvious to me why Morell's little traps didn't catch this guy. It's a little bit too big. Also, he's a leaf eater. Not interested in locusts. So I'm wondering... Sorry, I'm having so many thoughts at the same time. If you've played this game, I'm sure you understand, and you'll forgive me. But I'm thinking about this conversation and how this moves forward, and then also my next playthrough, which I'm gonna do, and whether I should record that, I don't know. But on a second playthrough, it's like there's so many... You know what, I'll get to the second playthrough thoughts in a second. Apologies. Where were we? You're destroying him?
Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Oh, it has... This is something that we actually did learn from Morell that seems to be true. It has camouflage. And there's something about its method of camouflage that is affecting our killer friend over there. What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia.
You're known to yourself.
Endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
350 years.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
Man, I'm realizing that playing as a character that has insanely high half-light and being afraid of everything would actually be really fun.
I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Semenese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me.
So, Lena and I are in rare company.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Revershaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
That's right now. Accidentally discovered. How did I do what? Also, I'm impressed that it understands the political structure of the human world. That's insane. Where does this come from? All this around us. The world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
These are two very interesting answers. I'm gonna go with the first one. This my guy's kind of passionate. We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by a god?
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum.
How is this thing cute? How did they do that? I'm aware that you shouldn't necessarily ask every question. But like, how do I not ask things? Are you poisonous?
Yes. I do not have a starter display. So I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
I don't want to say that's insane because, honestly, nothing it said is more insane than the situation already is. So, unfortunately, I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Interesting. I like that I can reject that idea. Of all the creatures I've met, you are... the most beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
I bet you that's different if I'm not a communist. What woman? I will try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
You know, I gotta be honest with you, Mr. Phasmid. I had never considered that critique. Thank you. Thank you. Let's disengage slowly from the aforementioned 3-meter stick insect.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Lena and Morell are already gone. I can't tell them about that.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water.
I'm kind of sad.
And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
Phasmid poop?
It's gone. Between those reeds there. Fucking Helican.
What's that? In the
The
water.
fuck? Is that ceramic? And more stuff. Like a nest in the reeds. We should peep it. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell is right, Kuno. What now?
What now?
The old man behind you says suddenly. He's put his hand into the ash. It's dirty and black. I almost forgot about this guy.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
But clearly, being next to this Phasmid has had some effect on him.
Yeah. Grandpa's not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Yeah. Well, first let's peep this box. Hey, Kuno. I found the helmet you threw away. Ha ha! And a rifle scope? And Clausia's passport. Phasmid fucking took it. How would I even begin to explain that to Kim? And I need a playthrough with Kim for this. I need him to see this thing. Okay. We just got a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go talk to the guy, but we just got a bunch of stuff. I wanna look. This thing. What does this thing remind me of? I can picture it. I know. There was a made-for-TV movie called Return to Oz. At least I think that's what it's called. And there's this companion that is met called TikTok, I think. It's like he's like a round guy, big round guy. I'll probably pop a picture up on the screen here. It reminds me of his face. This monstrous-looking, bug-eyed ceramic helmet was in the Phasmid's nest, and still has some reeds sticking out of it, and it smells of seawater. But it's otherwise wearable, if not exactly comfortable. Putting it on feels scary somehow. Alright. More items. Oh, the Triangong 446 that we just got from our buddy. The bolt-action 446 caliber Triangong is the poor man's sniper rifle. While not the most reliable of firearms, it is relatively precise due to a very manageable recoil, thus allowing the shooter to take multiple consecutive shots fast. This particular piece is missing a scope, though. Hey. Were you talking about me? A common 30mm sniper scope attachable to almost any bolt-action 446 caliber. It uses an older-style, non-dotted range-finding reticle. Seaweed is still stuck on the lens, and it suffered water damage from its time in the Phasmid's dowry. And the thing we can interact with, as I thought, was Clausia's passport. This well-traveled passport, with visas stamped in it, is issued by the Republic of Orania. You found it in the Phasmid's nest on the island. You can open it for more details, and we're going to.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Orania, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
How kind of, portmanteaued together as Clausia.
She said the false passport would be for Anouk Maya Smith.
Let's look at the photo.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow. An old photo, before life came and did what it does.
That's a line. What was this doing in the phasmid's nest?
Fuck if I know. Maybe it's collecting shit. Like an octopus can get, like, curious.
Yeah. Yeah. It says Katarzyna Alazia.
Okay, so what? Loop Kuno in on this?
It's not the name she said would be on here. I got lied to.
Cool. Got lied to. Double lied to. I get it. You cops need the Kuno on stuff like this. No one lies to the Kuno.
He nods with a stern and serious expression. I'm sure they don't. What's her real name?
Kuno's gonna say, it's not any of the things you think it is. Kuno'd have to get deep into this shit. But whatever it is, you got played here, that's for sure.
The girl on the passport looks at you with no answer. She is not Katarzyna Alazia, or Anouk Maya Smith, or Glazia. That much is sure.
Still a mystery. I do feel like I got played somehow, despite still being sure that that not arresting her was the right move, because obviously this is our killer. Alright. I love how I forgot I was holding the sword. You can equip it to impress yourself. That's the only thing it does. It's moral support. Anything else on this accursed island?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Sir, how could you not see the phasmid? He stares at the reeds and falls silent. Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing.
We're very far from Las Vegas.
Like an addict of some terrible substance.
Thanks for your input, electrochemistry. That's, he's a fucking suspect.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
How do we get him out of here?
The boy waves his hand in front of the old man's face. The trembling mouth appears to sigh. There's no other response.
Oh, tell me he's fucking catatonic now.
Yeah, this fried him. We gotta bring him to a doctor. Good news, this solves our boat and Piggy's problem. He's not going anywhere. He's trapped here.
We found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr.
He
Frost.
stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
You know, this, as we learned a little bit ago, as Kuno so succinctly put it, it's about bitches, so we'll show him the passport.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80.
We'll try the scope.
I lost.
I knew it would be one of those two things. You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He's probably had so many arguments with himself about whether he's actually seen something.
Hey, you took the shot, bang, and got rid of the evidence. Bug brought it back. Sound about right?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
It seems that way. I'm going to let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
That's good.
The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Hang tight.
Yeah, old man, hang tight. Let's slowly start shuffling off Death Island, okay? We're about done here.
He looks to the flak tower. Return. Use the boat to return to the mainland. Okay, well, I hope leaving him here is not a mistake. Very well could be. Go back through the building. Oh, man, what a... Okay, as I'm walking back through, let's think about second playthrough considerations. I've had so much fun playing this game, and, you know, not that I have a very large YouTube community, but it's been fun interacting with other people about it too. I'm definitely going to do more on this game at some point. I'm not sure when or what. I looked at this stuff,
Soft
right?
covers, serialized.
Yeah, okay. Just double check. But regardless of that, of whether or not I produce content for a second playthrough, there's so much stuff that is really interesting to think about. Like, you know, when we had that huge fuck up with the mercenaries where Kim got shot and Elizabeth died. Like, was it possible to know that there was actually an additional mercenary? Is that something we could have figured out? This guy on the island. Like, could we have known about that earlier? I would hope so. I would hope there's some clue that we could have gotten. The Phasmid. You know, now that we know about the Phasmid, how does that affect our interactions with Lena and Morell? Now that we know that there are otherworldly effects, how does that affect our relationship with various people? Like, I guess I begrudgingly have to take Placence more seriously now. Alright, well, let's
The
go
skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
back to the mainland.
Oh, yeah? We did good shit here, detective.
We just might have, Kuno. We just might have.